Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Humans in 5. I'm on my own this week, so I thought we could have a chat about something that's a part of my life, and in reality, my body, and maybe a part of yours too. It's a little T-shaped friend that lives in my uterus called an intrauterine device. IUDs are also called coils, and are small devices made of flexible plastic that sit inside the uterus and work as a form of long-lasting but reversible birth control. IUDs can be inserted and removed by a nurse or a doctor in the length of a regular medical appointment and are more than 99% effective at preventing pregnancy. You may not have heard of IUDs before because for a long time they weren't really popularized for people who had never been pregnant. They were a pretty regular form of contraception for those who'd given birth once or twice before and were looking to use an effective but reversible form of birth control. However, since about 2006, IUDs have started getting recognized as a viable form of birth control for teenagers and for people who haven't had babies. A 2014 study found that globally, around 14.3% of women of reproductive age use IUDs, but that depending on the country you focus on, that number can go up to 40%. I decided to get my first IUD back in 2012 after reading a friend's blog, and quite honestly, because I was tired of using the contraceptive pill. I'd had some really bad experiences with the pill, and was looking for a reliable option that wasn't hormone-based. Enter the copper IUD. Now there are two types of IUD, hormone and non-hormone. The copper IUD is the non-hormone option. The copper wrapped around the plastic device affects sperm by changing the way sperm cells move, stopping them on their journey to an egg. This copper sperm sharpshooter can keep on ticking too. They last for up to 12 years depending on the brand. Hormone IUDs are treated with a special hormone coating, usually with the hormone progestin. This works in one of two ways. It either thickens the mucus that's produced by your cervix, stopping those sperm dead in their tracks, or stops eggs from leaving your ovaries, leaving that sperm on its lonesome. Hormone IUDs last anywhere from 3 to 7 years. While they do work, IUDs are not the most fun to have put into place. In order to get them in position, the cervix needs to be opened up. A doctor might give you medication to soften your cervix the night before you get your IUD, or you can take the same pain relief you would take for a headache or a period cramp ahead of time. Getting my IUD put in pinched a little, but the trip home was probably the most uncomfortable. Other people have reported having really bad cramping during the entire process, and others didn't feel a thing. IUDs aren't perfect, of course. For example, a 2021 study found that out of 642 patients getting an IUD at the same hospital in the USA, 9.03% of them experienced what's known as an IUD expulsion. This refers to the IUD falling out of the uterus. The same study found that patients who experienced IUD expulsion were more likely to be anemic or to have abnormally heavy bleeding. Very rarely, IUDs might also get lost too, and end up somewhere in the abdomen. Also, a copper IUD may not be the best option for you if you already have really heavy periods or have something like endometriosis, a painful disorder in which tissue that's similar to the tissue that normally lines the inside of your uterus, the endometrium, grows outside of your uterus. My copper IUD has meant heavier periods and, I have to say, some really unpleasant cramps. But as a reliable, worry-free, no more needing to set an alarm for my pill, long-lasting, hormone-free option, it's really worked for me. The fact that more people without children are able to make use of this effective and flexible form of birth control is great. So talk to your doctor to see if IUDs might be the right match for you. I'll see you next time on Humans in 5, and don't forget to subscribe!